Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I want to introduce you to a happy man that you've seen on the Delaware Way before, and we interviewed him at the Republican National Convention. Rob Arlett is the chairman of the Trump campaign in Delaware. Sir,
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's great to be back.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate to you. Although, how did Trump do in Delaware?
He did great. As a matter of fact, he garnered more votes in Delaware, Republican presidential candidate, than anybody in the history of this very state. So he did not necessarily win, but I'm very optimistic and very pleased with the results that we had in Delaware with no money. You know, so the fact that he got most votes than any other presidential campaign ever in the history of this state, with no money, we had an amazing grassroots effort in this state. We had hundreds of volunteers, and we were very proud. And
let me amend what you just said, because he couldn't have got more than any other candidate ever. Because that would be Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's
Republican
exactly.
presidential candidate.
I got it. I just want to make sure that you were clear on that.
Yeah. So you know, we got 42% of the vote, and so you take,
that is impressive considering the registration. That
Absolutely.
would be impressive.
42% of the people in the state voted for Donald Trump.
And
if you take away the other candidates, the other presidential nominee candidates, I think majority of those would have gone in his favor. You know, Hillary Clinton got 53%. So if you add that, you know, we could have easily been 46.
Let's talk about the policies and the platform, because as you read the News Journal, you have headlines that say LGBT community concerned about Donald Trump, a Hispanic community concerned about Donald Trump, Muslim community concerned about Donald Trump. Should they be concerned about Donald Trump because of some of his campaign rhetoric?
I would say no. I was quoted in those very articles from the News Journal, and I'll share with you as I shared with them. Mr. Trump is going to be a president of all people. He's going to follow the laws of the land. So if you
did he lie during the campaign?
I would say not. I would say, you know, I think perhaps there was a lot of rhetoric from the left that caused the turmoil that we're seeing today. That was not, granted, did Mr. Trump say some things that he probably should not have? Yes, but what the left has done is continue to feed this fear, this falsified fear, I like to call it, in this country. And why? Because they thought it was going to be to their benefit. But people were smarter than that. The American people were very smart, knew better, and they focused on the principles and the policies and the platform of the person versus that personality. So to me, a lot of it is falsified. You know, right now it is, I would say, somewhat disappointing what's going on right now around the country as it relates to these, you know, the bashing of cars and all these protests. You know, we are a country of laws, and you have to follow the laws. If you do not, then there are consequences.
Will there be consequences if these continue when Donald Trump becomes president?
There should be.
He said, when there were other protests about police departments, he said the rule of law has to be imposed.
I believe absolutely, and it will be, because he's got the police department's back, and he has all law-abiding people in this country's back. The fact is, if you break the law, there are consequences. I don't care what topic you want to refer to, but whether it be illegal immigration. I mean, he's for legal immigration. He's against illegal immigration. So let's not confuse that. As you know, my wife is a legal immigrant. Donald Trump's wife is a legal immigrant. And there is a big problem in this country, and specifically in the state of Delaware as it relates to the illegal immigration. And so if somebody comes here, they take the risk. They take the risk knowing that they have broken the law by coming into this country.
Just one real quick question. You were an early adapter to Donald Trump. You were way out in front in the state of Delaware and in the country. Is this going to help you personally?
I have no idea. I would say all along I wanted to try to be a blessing. I was asked back in January to get involved in the campaign, and I did some thinking and some soul searching. I think I shared that with you. And all along I focused on those three messages since day one. And turns out those three messages were the reasons why he got elected in this country. So I've been very consistent in my message of why and what was most important of why I chose to follow along with Mr. Trump. You know, I don't have any personal thoughts for what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, because today's my anniversary, so happy anniversary, honey.
Oh, wonderful.
27 years today, and happy Veterans Day also. I'm a veteran myself, and we pay homage and respect all those that put on that uniform. But we'll see. I can't predict the future. I just want to be a blessing today and see what the Lord has in store.
Sir, thank you. You picked a winner. I want to go to the horse track with you.
Well, we're excited for Delaware.
Rob Arlett is chairman of the Trump campaign in Delaware. When we come back, you'll meet the person who won the Teacher of the Year award when the Delaware Way continues.